Cool. And that is what has happened. Basically, it's just a case of we do all this stuff with the anime, and it doesn't get the marketing push it needs, because even though The Matrix sold well, no one knew it was based off of a thing, and and Speed Racer, which could have done a good gap because people knew the anime from when they were young and then would have started watching it and then would have learned more about anime. Speed Racer failed, and therefore it failed. And what happens is Spirited Away gets good reviews, it gets a good marketing push. Pixar are now behind this. Pixar, who everyone knew at the time, still knows at the time now, that make good films. They make very consistently good family films. If Pixar get the push behind it, and it says from presented by Pixar, it gets that push. That push goes forward. People understand it's anime because they're learning this new style of anime. John Lasseter talks about it, and there you go. And that's what happens. And with stuff like The Matrix, trying to bridge things like Ghost in the Shell, it doesn't express enough anime. No matter how well it does to bridge the gap, people won't know it's anime, and that's what the big problem is. And that was a speech. Breathe.
Yeah, it'll certainly be interesting to see where that goes. Who knows? Who knows? All right, I think that's it then for this week's Otaku News Live. I think we covered all the major things. Anything you guys want to say in closing?
Well, something. I mean, this is obviously be with your permission, Brent, but just something I'd like to introduce to the show. Something very simple is a weekly question, and this has been buzzing around my head throughout the entire show, and I've been wanting to ask the audience it, so I'll just ask it straight off. How did you come into anime? And then you just, simple as, you just email it into someone.
I like that.
And just every week we ask a question of that vein.
Good idea. Good idea.
Yeah, I was trying to do a video of that ages ago. I was trying to see with the Anaviews thing whether I could get loads of people to actually like send in their stories, and I'm going to do like a tribute video to each one of them, their anime stories. I would say mine now, but it's incredibly long-winded, so I'll make a YouTube video for you about it.
Go ahead and shoot how you got started in anime to brent@otakunovideo.net, and we will collect them and take all the good ones, and we will talk about them.
Like our 3 favorites or something, a favorite from each one of us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I'll go with that. Yeah. So yeah, but no, I do like this idea of a weekly question thing. Another question: any Haruhi Suzumiya fans excited? Because the basically, the good news is the Disappearance film did just. A lot of people seem to have been confused about it for like the whole year. So anyone who's just been wondering, if you're looking for subs for the Disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya film, tomorrow and the day after is when you can be expecting. The DVD came out today in Japan, 1 or 2 days. 2 days if you want a 720p copy usually to download, and that's what I'm waiting for, with good subs. So, because a lot of people have been wondering about this. It's been a massive delay since it came out in theatres, from February to thing. So everyone, enjoy Haruhi Suzumiya Disappearance of when that comes out. But the thing I quickly want to talk about is, has there been any OVAs which have impressed you recently that you're annoyed aren't being made into anime, like TV series? Because a lot of OVAs are trying to test the market, and there's a few which I think are disgraceful that they're not anime yet because they're way too good.
Well, I definitely have an OVA I love. I don't know if it is or is not being made into an anime, but I know it would be an amazing anime, and that is one I reviewed on the show. Half Broken Music Box. I said on the show it would be an absolutely amazing anime. This OVA is just in general moving. It's heartwarming in every sense of the word, and would be a fantastic anime. And if there was a definite article somewhere that said it wasn't being made into an anime, I would be just appalled in general that it wouldn't be made into an anime.
There's one at the moment which because a lot of the time with OVAs they sell them with the manga, So they don't give you an introduction to what's going on. It's just basically an animation of that manga, and therefore, you try and watch it online, you have no idea what's going on. But there was one which was one of those, and it didn't have an introduction. It was the first episode, the first OVA. It didn't have an introduction to the characters. It was of the manga, and it was called Kyo Koi wo Hajimasu, and
say that 3 times.
Kyo Koi wo Hajimasu, Kyo Koi wo there.
Yay!
Tante Opera Milky Home, Tante Opera Milky Hill. But basically, it was phenomenal. Phenomenal. I can't even speak now. Damn you, Matt.
You're welcome.
It was phenomenal, and the thing about that is, Tom, wait a sec, my very much shut up. Tom, shut up, please. I'm trying to speak. Stop saying phenomenal. It's pretty annoying. Okay. Basically, so the OVA is like really, really moving and stuff. And I didn't even know about the characters. So suppose I did know about the characters, how good that would be and such. And forgive me, my friend is getting. Basically, it's a great thing. So if you find it on animetake.com, Kyo Koi wo Hajimasu, it's amazing, and see if you cry or anything. You don't even know about the characters at the time, but you learn so good. So it's amazing. There.
Here's the cover from the first manga volume.
Yeah, there we go. I mean, I'm not sure how far it is like into the series, that scene that it does, because it basically focuses on like one scene that's obviously quite important, but it's really good.
So good.
So yeah, everyone look for that on animetake.com. So there you go.
Yeah, do it.
Cool. All right.
Just as a comment though, that cover, if that is the drawing style of the whole thing, which I'm guessing it is, I wouldn't touch that thing with a barge pole.
No, not the OVA. The OVA has a very different.
Obviously the OVA would have proper animation style, but just as a comment, mangas that have the art style, no matter how good the story is, I can't get over the fact that they look awful. That art style is just terrible in my eyes. I don't know.
Like a reverse Wandering Sun for you then.
Yes. It just.
You've just annoyed all the female fans in the audience.
It's mostly females. That is, Brent, that is the most nerdy thing to do ever. Refer to girls as females. That thing in the corner that always sprays stinging liquid in my eyes when I talk to them.
How about if rappers adopt females?
But yeah, it is girls that like that art style, and I don't know what is appealing to it, because it looks freaky. All the characters are extremely thin. They look like skeletons. They're tall and gangly.
Have you seen any girls like magazines recently?
Very, very, very true. That was running through my head when I was saying it. I was just thinking that taboo word.
Yeah. Yeah, it is interesting. And giant eyes, which again gets into all of the emotional stuff. It reveals the soul. But yeah, for some reason that just really works. All right. Anything else? Okay. Then
Phantom Abridged, everyone. That's all I have to say.
Very good. All right, then, as always, I'm going to thank Matt from The Life and Tims of Anime.
It's always a pleasure. This show is done how we want, when we want, and most of all, wearing what we want.
Yay! And thanks to Miniman from NW Reviews.
And to Satisfy Dark View, Seikon no Quasar Season 2. The end.